What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning in the channel today here at 323 Fabrication 83 C10. It's been fighting us a little bit, but made a few changes, made some adjustments. I'm gonna show you all that, and then we're gonna see if we can get it to run again with a different carburetor. So took our 750 quick fuel off, put this 600 Holley back on it that came with it. Now that we got fuel, the pump's working and all. Took us forever to get this pump to prime. I actually changed the fuel pumps. And then what we just did, I changed carburetors, pulled the cap off the distributor, pulled the valve covers off, pulled all the plugs out, went through and relashed all the valves, and they weren't great, so now they're better, so maybe it'll run a little better. We're gonna kind of check it out and see what we got, see if we can get it to fire back up. I'm gonna take some gas, fill the bowl on the carburetor back up, and kind of go from there on the carburetor. Do you know? Or do I need to put some in the back bowl too? Alright, go ahead. Spit back through the carburetor that time.
Yeah, I saw that. You didn't cross any of your wires, did you?
I don't think so. Maybe I better check though. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yep.
I think it likes that carburetor. It's definitely skipping. It's got to skip somewhere.
So we got our new skip.
Yeah.
So we've been running it now, it's going nuts. So. Less timing?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
How about that?
Okay. All right, here we go.
Don't like this carburetor and it don't like something else. Okay.
Here we go.
On this side?
I believe it is.
Could be them busted plug wires. I don't think it liked taking that much timing out of it. Try it again.
All right, here we go. Yeah, it skips on this side. You're popping.
Yeah, but I don't know why. Well, it runs and yard drives. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it today. I'm gonna bring the Dodge tomorrow. Our lift doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna bring the Dodge tomorrow, hook the trailer to it, and then back it up here, back the truck up, drive the truck up on the ramp so I can get under it and put exhaust on it, because it really needs a set of mufflers. But when I went through and relashed everything, I didn't think about the fact that the motor was hot, so when I lashed all the valves, it made them too tight, and that's why it was popping and spitting. And we went ahead and got the big 750s back on it, but it's a really good carburetor. It's actually a tame carburetor to be race bred. It's got no choke on it or nothing like that, but I've got it tuned pretty well for street manners so far as idling and driving. We did beat on the hood a little bit and got some of this bend out of it, so it's not hanging like it was. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the Comet out and scrubby pad and wash this old truck, because we got a little bit of daylight left and it's a nice day today. And then tomorrow, get some exhaust on it. Well, there it is. Gonna give it the old Comet bath, old slow poke. I'm not gonna video this whole thing. I'm just gonna give y'all a before and after. Just a little walk around. I'll clean the tires, but I'm not gonna wash the wheels because slotted mags. Got those from my buddy Joey. And a set of cool Mickey Thompson valve covers, but I don't know if I'm gonna put them on the motor. So there you go. Next time you see it, it'll be clean. Alrighty, everybody. Slowpoke has had his first bath. Looks a lot better. Not as green. Honestly, could use a second Comet bath, but I think it's good enough for now. I didn't wash the tires because they're going to come off and go on them other wheels. So I'll clean them other wheels, and then we'll go get the tires swapped over. But the goal tomorrow is to try to get some mufflers on it and keep tuning on it. It's pretty close, but I mean, it should fire up right now without even hitting the gas pedal. So the timing's real close. But I think the carb needs a little more adjusting. And then we need to get another carb because I don't want this big old carburetor on this truck for no reason. We gotta get one of our other carbs sorted out. But I mean, I'll leave this one on here to at least be able to drive it. Gotta finish painting the emblems, putting them back on. I think it's come a long way in a week. It's pretty good. Beautiful day out here, y'all. It's a little cooler than it was, but it's still sunshiny and nice. Got a truck up on a redneck car lift here because that one's out of hydraulic fluid and I don't have any more. Instead of buying it, this ain't gonna take long. So, ooh, I need to try to knock that out from the inside. Roll the window up, knock that out. But anyway, pulled the ramps out. I already replaced the TV cable. That's easy to do. It's a 10mm bolt, comes out the side of the transmission. Pull the cable up, and there's a little hook, a little wire hook goes in the end of the cable. You replace it. I will have to adjust it still. But here's the end that goes in the transmission. The little hook just goes in that hole, 10mm bolt. And there is a gasket on this. I had to get the old one out of the trans because it stayed in the trans, and the new cable came with one. And then this end's just, that's what was broke. It clips on the carburetor. So that's already been replaced. I'm ciphering on my exhaust here. Under the truck, on the driver's side, there's already a Flowmaster 40 or whatever these are. Looks just like this. Hopefully they're the same. But I have these out of a wrecked truck that was out there. I cut them off and saved them. I went and dug these out the scrap pile because the only new exhaust pipe I got is 3-inch, and if I'm gonna reuse the driver's side, they need to be about the same size pipe. So I'm gonna weld this straight piece to the muffler, and then this will go under the truck. Show y'all what we got going on. I already got the collectors bolted on. See there? And then on this side, there's already exhaust, and that's actually smaller than what I got out there, but it'll be all right. I just got to have a little bend piece to go in there and weld it up. Shouldn't be too bad. And then we're gonna, if we got enough time before I have to go to work tonight, I'm gonna jack the trans up, pull the trans mount, pull this cross member out, which is gonna be a pain, so I can drop the pan and service the transmission while we're doing stuff. Okay, final results are in. Don't judge my welds. This is scrap pipe, and this truck's basically a rat rod. So I tried to match the other side with this side, made this side, went and pulled all this out of the scrap pile. The only thing I had to do over there was connect from the collector to the existing pipe, which was aggravating because it's in a bad spot to weld. And then I made that hanger right there, and that's it. So fire it up, see what it sounds like. Then maybe I'll service the transmission. Wow, it's real quiet in here. Must have have blown a mouse nest out of this exhaust. I think it's got an exhaust leak. I'd say so. Well, it sounds much better. Somebody, this guy, forgot to tighten up the header bolts on the driver's side. Well, 3 out of 6 were pretty loose, so luckily it didn't blow the gasket out. It hadn't run long enough. Got a pretty good sound to it. Hopefully it doesn't drone too bad in the cab. Well, pulling the trans pan, changing the filter, and this old hard gasket that's been leaking for a long time was definitely a good idea. It needed it. Clean pan, new filter, got a few bolts kind of holding the gasket in place. Get it back on there. Runs and drives. Took it for its first test drive down the road. Not exactly where it needs to be. It takes forever to shift out of first gear, and then it starts trying to break up. So, gotta look into that. But it does run pretty good. Well, I say that, it doesn't really want to take a whole bunch of throttle. Got a pretty good sound though. I like it. Definitely gotta do some tuning on the carburetor. But the truck runs and drives, so that's great. And I'll get them slotted mags on there and work on the carburetor. Hopefully it'll get better. That being said, I appreciate y'all watching the video. Y'all have a good one. Be blessed.